Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. I want to show you what we're working on today. Periodically, I will do this, especially when the weather tells me that I need to, just in case. There is nothing wrong with knowing how to build a fire. I know I poop a lot on the Bushcraft stuff because I did it for so long and I don't care to do it. But there is a good reason to be able to know how to start a fire. And if you don't know how to start a fire, there are ways to make fire starting easier, especially in wet conditions. And this is something some of you probably know about, some of you may not. This is a little different take on it, and I am combining many different aspects of fire starting to just being able to make the fire even when it's wet. That's all we want, is to generate fire. So, cotton balls, just regular cotton balls. There we go. We've had that forever. I would not use them for any kind of wound cleaning because the bag's been open. Actually, I think I bought it at a yard sale or a thrift store, so all it's good for is this kind of stuff now. And Vaseline. You know the trick to combine the Vaseline and the cotton balls. This is magnesium powder. You can actually buy this off Amazon if you wanted to. I took this off of a hunk of magnesium I have. Why do I have a hunk of magnesium? Doesn't everyone have magnesium laying around your house? This is a metal. Just so you know, this is a metal that combusts and burns. So if you were to try to put out a fire made from this mainly, you would use a Class D fire extinguisher, I believe. But what we're going to do is we're combining petroleum jelly, Vaseline, cotton balls, magnesium powder, and this is going into my pocket fire starting kit. This is a hunk of pine fat wood. This is my fire starting kit that goes in my pocket along with a lighter whenever I'm walking around or anything like that. And I got the idea because I had bought quite a few of these flashlights, and as time progressed they died, and I decided to use them and put together other flashlights, and somebody needed a flashlight, so I gave that to him, and I had a piece and a part here and there. And you see, this is actually a completed flashlight. I highly recommend these. They were a sponsor. I don't know if they are anymore now for me, but this thing is a super duper flashlight. I've dropped it from over 50 feet onto a concrete floor, and you know, once they belted me out, and I walked down and picked it up, and it worked. Can't beat it. This is really good. This is a Sofrim, S-O-F-I-M, and this is a really good flashlight. This is a casing to one of the flashlights, and I had 2 end caps, and this is something that I do, and I thought, well, heck, it's time for me to add more to it, and I thought I'll empty it out completely and just show you what I do. So, cotton balls, combustible, petroleum jelly, combustible, magnesium, highly combustible, and piece of fat wood just in case. So, we're gonna get started. All right, guys, now we're back, and this is the cotton balls, and I pulled 6 of them, put them in this bowl, and shredded them, and now I'm mixing in this Vaseline. Some people just do this because from this you can use the Vaseline as a lubricant for a blister or on chapped lips and stuff like that. Do not use this if you have put the magnesium in it. You'll also note that I am using a non-metallic utensils to mix this stuff up because I don't really want to do a whole lot of mixing. There we go. That looks pretty good. with the magnesium. But this stuff burns really good. It will burn underwater. It's kind of, it is not chemically like phosphorus, but it does a lot of the stuff that phosphorus does. And for those of you who know what I'm talking about, we'll talk about like Willie Peter, WP, white phosphorus. That stuff will roll on. There we go. Well, there's a little bit of space right there. I got this from a guy, and he gave me a bar of magnesium. It was like a 2 foot long by 1 inch bar of magnesium that he had been pulling off of and using and pulling off of. And he had several, and he was a worker for the interstate, for the state on interstates, and they used to use magnesium floats, to smooth out concrete transition pads on bridges and stuff like that. And that's where he got the old ones, because they used to burn all their scrap, and when they burned these things, they would dang near, the magnesium floats, the mag floats would dang near explode, and they would burn white hot. There we go. Now, we will take a pinch of this outside. It has been raining today, which is indeed fortuitous, because we get a chance to see how well this thing works in the rain. And we just mix and mix and mix. And I have enough of this magnesium to probably last the rest of my life. Just doing this. This is stuff that I've shown the grandkids how to use. And this is stuff that I always keep with me, especially when I'm traveling. If it is not in my pocket, it's in my car. There. And then we just take this tube, and we slowly fill it. This tube opens up on either end, so if it's gummy and you have a problem getting it out, well, you just open it up and you push it out with a stick, something like that. More to come. Okay, guys, now we're back. This is a fire pit, about as soggy as it can be, and I'm just going to use a lighter to ignite the stuff. These are little pieces that I had picked up. There we go. And everything is completely soaked. And we will just see how well this works. Got this going. More time. Takes a little coaxing because everything is so wet, but it's not a bad fire starter. I didn't prep the ground. I laid it right on everything that was wet. I didn't do a bird's nest. I didn't fish any paper out of my pockets or any lint out of my pockets. So,
in the worst conditions, it's not a bad way to start a fire.